This is a Yamaha Cr 1020 and it was brought to me for service because a couple lamps are burned out, the owner wants it recapped, and the wood case is a little banged up. Sadly, I forgot to get footage of it in the wood case, so let's dive right into rebuilding the power supply. This is easily one of my favorite looking receivers from the 70s, and they sound awesome. With 70 watts per channel, it'll power most any speaker. On the electrolytic board, I replaced these 4 caps, 3 fuse resistors, and 2 diodes, and then on the main part of the power supply, I replaced the relay, and then 30 capacitors, and a few transistors. I was checking on the meter calibration. This meter takes a long time and then it goes up faster. And you can see right here behind these wires, this capacitor in the corner here is in backwards. So we'll just reinstall it the right way. And that meter is dead steady. Next up, I'm gonna rebuild the power amp driver cards in the center of the unit. There aren't many known bad parts on these, so I replaced all 5 electrolytic caps, 2 transistors, and the bias adjustment trimmer. All right, so I've adjusted the bias to factory specs on here and it was holding steady. The thing is right about there. And with the help of a calculator, that is 98 watts per channel. Got the new lights installed, working great. I did all LEDs and I sanded them down so that they have a nice even spread of light. Now that modernizes the back panel. And while I've got those amp cards out of the way, I want to clean this pre-main coupling switch. It always gets dirty and causes sound issues. And that is why we disassembled the switch, not just sprayed deoxide in there. And then we use this nice fiberglass brush to get those contacts perfectly clean. And then just a smidgen on each of these, just like that. Fresh. And I just tested output on A, B, and here's C. You can see speaker terminals are working great. The last thing we gotta do is clean up this tone and preamp section. Finished rebuilding all 5 of the boards. Replaced a total of 26 transistors, 24 capacitors, 6 diodes. Just to be sure that everything's working fine, get it powered up on dim bulb, we get the bright light that fades, and a relay click. So we'll do a sound test. And on the oscilloscope, we have nice looking sine waves. And on a square wave, we can see that's loudness, this is treble, this is the presence, this is bass. All the tone controls are working as they should. At this point, I took a quick break to fix the dents in the wood case and ended up finding that the old hot iron on a damp rag trick worked wonders on these. Yeah, that's nearly perfect. That's great. This turned out really nice. I added some finish. My last 2 service items are to take care of the scratchy volume control, and then also I want to replace the caps and transistors in the phono section. It looks like about 8 caps in there. Correction, there were actually 10 of them, and they're all replaced. And after cleaning the controls, it sounds and looks great, paired with the Sansui RA500 that I restored for the same client.